321, hello and welcome to YQO Real Talk. And this is your monthly news and real estate digest so you can keep up to date with our local real estate and economy. Your hosts, like always, are Kurtis Hawkins and Brett Gurr from the Real Estate One team at Real Broker. And today we are going over numbers, of course, market update.
As we always do.
Got a couple news articles that could dramatically change the next year in real estate.
Yeah, definitely some significant changes could be happening in the near future. So let's kind of go over what some of those are.
Okay. First one is 2025. The majority of renewals are happening in 2025. Is that right?
Yeah, and that's what a lot of lenders are saying. They're saying that the vast majority of people that are coming up for renewal are going to be looking at a significantly higher interest rate. Come that time, that's going to be happening more this spring. So in my mind, maybe can't come at a better time because it might cool our what is insane market right now. But put a few more listings on the market.
So I just did a video outlining what's happening in Canada as a whole and then how that affects Lethbridge.
Right.
So Canada-wide, real estate prices have been coming down. Days on markets are up. So it's very different to what's happening here. It's almost the exact opposite, where we have no listings and our prices continually go up, which we'll see in a second.
Very true.
So
let
we
me,
definitely need
let
that.
me reiterate that. That'll be great for our market.
Yeah.
Because our, of course, it's going to affect the rest of Canada significantly different. So
and I had this viral Instagram that went crazy, I think it was 2 years ago.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember the one that had 1 million views.
Yeah.
And what I said in there was that once these interest rates go up, which they have now, and then people have to renew, that's when the proverbial shit really hits the fan.
Exactly.
And you go from like all these people in,
so to speak, in
BC and Ontario, you know, they're overbidding houses by like 100, 200 grand. So you're buying what would be a $300,000 house here for $1.2 million out there at a 1% interest rate. Well, that's fine until you go to renew this year and it's up to 4%.
Right.
Like,
and
that's like in Lethbridge.
It's massive. Yeah.
Like, I think it's like, I don't know these numbers. I'm going to say like $500 every 100,000 for every percent you go up.
Yeah. Right. Well,
so you could go from a $3,000 mortgage to a $10,000 mortgage.
Yeah.
Like nobody can swallow that.
So. No, exactly. I know even I looked at my mortgage and, you know, it basically was doubling my mortgage payment, you know, so that's a tough pill to swallow.
And that's when our housing market is low. Like
yes.
When your market's high,
that's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people, especially in these times with grocery prices being through the roof. So that certainly is going to start affecting the market. Going to be putting more listings out on the market, just kind of cooling things off a little bit, probably, one would think. But then again, we still do have this massive influx of people coming here. That doesn't seem to be cooling off anytime soon. But
what my consensus was in that video, if you guys haven't seen it, you should go watch. It's a video right before this.
Okay.
My consensus is that we're probably going to see more listings than we have the last 2 years because I don't have any numbers other than that one that we just shared that more renewals are coming up.
Yeah.
But we can't have any less listings.
Right.
Like I can't even see a world where there's less listings. Like there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like we're at the bottom of how low listings will be. So we're going to see more, but interest rates are coming down at the same time. So all those people that have been on the sidelines waiting for these interest rates to come down, they're finally here. So there's probably going to be more buyers at the same time.
Definitely.
Plus, if you add on the fact that there's so many people moving from out of town,
yeah,
I don't see the market, like the housing prices come down any.
Exactly. No, I don't myself. Maybe a touch, because as we will get into the numbers, you know, spoiler alert, we are October hit an all-time high for the numbers. Spoiler alert, we'll get into that later on, let you guys know just how much. But yeah, I don't see those numbers coming down significantly.
Like I would say, like year over year, they're not going to come down. Month to month, maybe, but year over year, they're still going to be up.
I certainly think so too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Oh, then I guess one other thing to talk about is that the U.S. election is today.
Definitely.
Probably not when we post this video. It'll probably be over. But
that's true. Yeah.
How that affects
exactly
the housing market in Canada, I don't know. But
well, obviously
it's just a crazy election. So as of right now, we got 5.5 hours till 5.5 hours till polls close. So I don't even have any pre-polls or anything to show you.
Right.
I looked last night and the pre-polls were showing, like the pre-voting, but it was like 38% Kamala or whatever.
Right.
And then 37% Trump. So it was like neck and neck.
Right. Well, and by the time this airs to people, all the results will be in. So there's no point in speculating where polls are at or what that's going on. So, okay. Any other articles? I don't think we had any other ones to speak of.
No, I think we can get into some numbers.
Okay, sure. Let's do the numbers. So
actually, before we do that,
okay,
if anybody's listening and with what we just told you with what's happening with interest rates are coming down, people are renewing. What do you guys think is going to happen? Everybody has an opinion, so just let us know in the comments.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Anyway,
let's hear your opinions on it.
Home sold.
Home sold. So the past month of October, we saw 157 homes sold, down from last year, which was 159, and the 2023 average is 155. So definitely still up from...
Wait, I got to pause. We just added another team member. Ty just had a baby.
Oh, right. Yes. I'm like, what? Is there something different? That's true. Absolutely.
Yep, so congrats to Ty.
Yeah, Ty and Kylie had...
That's our third baby on the team within the last 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Murray's had 2, now Ty.
Yeah, their Real Estate One team is growing.
Sorry.
Yeah,
anyway.
Exactly.
Back to the numbers sold.
Okay. Okay. Right. So let's go to average days on market. Average days on market last month of October, we saw 49, which is really low, extremely low. Last year in October, 63 was the average. So yeah, crazy low. And of course the average of last year, 552. So we are way down from the typical average. In October, things are moving quick.
Which is, again, weird for October usually. I guess the weather's been good, so people aren't...
The weather has been good. And that's like last year this time, I was not that busy. I'm still crazy busy right now. You know, I don't know about you. I'm sure you are too. I'm crazy busy right now. So it's like even doing this podcast, it's like, we're going to wrap this up. I got showing. I got all this different stuff going on. So
5 messages sitting here.
Yeah. And it's November. We're normally twiddling our thumbs this time of the year in November. So yeah,
the weather helps for sure though. It is snowing right now though. So
it is. Yeah. The weather's turning today. Finally. Oh, well, it had to happen at some point. Yeah. So active homes on market. So we saw 354 last month. This time last year was 363 and a year average of last year for 426. So definitely no surprises there. Low inventory, crazy inventory. And this certainly a seller's market.
This is why I just keep saying we can't see any less listings. Like, it's crazy.
One would hope not.
So.
Yeah, it's crazy. So average home price, another shocker, 405.10 or 405.510 was our all new total high, which is insane. We cracked 400 back in July, I recall.
Yeah, I think it was
402 or 403.
Yeah.
We did crack 400, so now we just cracked it yet again. And this time last year was 348,579. That's wild, you know? And of course, the average last year was 343, 135.
Yeah,
so
it's stupid.
Through the roof.
But there hasn't been, I'm not surprised by this just because we don't see any listings in like the 300s anymore.
No.
Like I looked on the west side rate, on the entire west side between 350 and 400. I think there's like 8 listings and half of them were pending.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing out there for 300.
No, and I
think that's a listing thing too, not...
Yeah, it's true. And even just, you know, I've got buyers that are looking in that 400 to 450 range and they're capping out, like their budget is 450. And those houses don't exist anymore. They're now over 500, you know, like that same house that, 450, perfect. There's lots out there. Well, you go and look and there's not. There's all those ones are now pricing at 520, 530.
And the cheaper, I think the cheapest new build, I don't know if you can get into one for under 450 now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think I was looking the other day. They're townhomes.
Towns, but not detached.
No,
Yeah.
not
It
at all.
used to be like
and I think there's
2 years ago. I think the detached, like the base cheapest detached 1,300 square feet with a double car garage was $420. I think it's got to be
Absolutely.
$450 now.
Yeah. So majorly up over that, and the average list to sale price percentage, 98.2% for October. The last year was 97.6, and then that yearly average of last year was 97.4.
Yep.
So
It's getting tighter and tighter.
again, no surprises there. We're certainly tight. There's not really a whole lot of bargains to be had out there, but it's a tight market, right?
Yeah. Right now, the deals to be had are just getting the house.
Well, definitely. Yeah. You got to kind of instruct people. I'm going to send you comparables, but something that sold 3 or 4 months ago for a comparable, take it with a grain of salt. We've gone from here to here in 6 months, right? So you
And
almost,
when there's 3 offers, it's
you almost have to, when you're showing those people comparables, you almost have to show them. Even 60 days is almost a stretch, right? So if you can show them what's sold in the last 30 to 60, you get a little bit closer comparison. But then again, with it being fall, maybe we were trending downward in price, and then October hits and we run these numbers and, oh, nope, we're up all-time high again, right? So
Yeah.
it definitely is trending upward again.
And
So
I think, what was it? Let's see. The last 7 days or something, like the last 7 days was pretty nuts. So that would have been this month already.
Yes.
But if I just go Lethbridge, I go home. Last 7 days, let's see how many came off and how many came on the market. So 35 new listings, 42 sold, 35 pending.
wow. Yeah.
39 decreases
That's-
though. Price decreases.
Well, and that is one thing that we are seeing a lot of too.
You're just stretching to hit those high numbers, and
Yeah.
the market's good as long as you bought within the last 2 years. Even if you bought last year, you're making money. It's crazy.
Yes,
But
definitely.
yeah, if you've held your house for at least 2 years, there's no reason to really stretch. You're doing well.
Yeah.
You're going to make money off your sale.
Absolutely. No,
So-
the market has climbed significantly. So,
Yeah.
okay. No, it's been good. And overall, your take on the market, I know we always kind of like to look at the market based off a seller, based off a buyer.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. If you're a buyer out there, you got to be a little bit patient, I feel like, because there's not a lot out there. So yeah, you got to, if there's nothing out there that you like now, you got to really just keep your finger on the pulse and see what the new listings are that are coming out, and then move quick. Depending on the price range, of course, it's always, probably the 600 plus price ranges are tougher. They take longer to sell.
Definitely.
Their average day, I think, is 80 or something for those price ranges.
Probably,
So you can be a little bit more patient with those, and you don't have to, run in, and you're not going to be competing often on those. But the lower price ranges, like the starter homes and suited houses, are even tougher right now.
Yeah, you got to get in. You got to get in immediately. Even if you're able to get into a place before it hits the market, you're laughing. But then again, the sellers know the market's hot, and they're probably going to be less likely to go and take your offer unless it's significant. Unless it's a great offer, you got to give them something good. Otherwise, they're going to be like, well, we're just going to test the market and see where it goes, right?
Yep.
So yeah, it has to be.
If you're a seller out there, you can be super confident right now for sure.
Yeah, definitely. To a degree, with all the price reductions, there are people that are reaching for the sky on some of their pricing, and then you end up shooting yourself in the foot sometimes, right?
I've heard that from sellers a couple times when you get feedback and they say, there's 5 questions that you get asked in our listing app, and one of them is, what do you think on price? Give it, how's the price? It's is it too high? There's options you can select, and they're pretty general. Is it too high? Is it priced right? Is it underpriced? And if I tell a seller that, hey, we had 4 showings and 3 of them said the price is too high, and they're like, well, if the price is too high, why didn't they just make an offer?
Right.
They won't. Until you're in that sweet spot.
People are not in the realm to go insulting other people, and that's what they feel is going to happen if they make an offer. So,
Which happens.
Yeah, let's be realistic. investors, they insult people all the time. That happens, but definitely the vast majority of buyers are just going to continue to look, and they're not going to throw you an offer for 30,000 under ask or 40 just because they don't want to go ticking people off, and their agent, based off of these numbers, also is telling them it's pointless to to go and do that. Like,
we're trying to represent the seller at the same time, so if a showing goes well but they say it's too overpriced, do you want me to tell them, well, make a lowball?
Right. Yeah.
Probably
exactly.
not.
And of course there's other factors, like, you know, if you're going to be offering that kind of money, has it been on the market for 60 days? You know, if it has, sure, let's throw them a low ball. It's been on the market for 60 days. Oh, second day on market? That's not going to happen, you know?
And there's always like a point of diminishing returns too. When you keep it on for so long at the high price, at the end of the day, once you get that low ball offer and you negotiate, you're probably going to end up with less had you just not priced it where it should have been to begin with, and you'll get closer to that ask price.
Yes.
Rather than, you want to get closer to your first ask rather than way under your overpriced price.
Definitely. 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
So
you bet. Okay. Awesome. Cool.
But yeah. In summary, market in Lethbridge just keeps going strong, keeps going up.
It's very strong.
And no listings. So I don't know how many times I have to say it. Give us some listings.
Yeah, we've actually been, you know, we have been doing fairly well with listings, but
our team has we list quite a bit.
Yeah,
but
we
the
do.
market as a whole, I'm saying, even if it's not with us,
definitely
just put some more out there.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, listings do. There's, you know, if somebody's looking for that upgrade, it's like, well, let's make sure we can find what we're looking for in order to get in. And so, there's definitely some disparity there as far as people are a little reluctant to put their house on the market because they might not be able to find that next place. But either way, there's ways we can protect you against that. And if you're curious, reach out. We can certainly go through any of those options.
Thank you guys so much for watching this month's market update. If you guys, again, I want to know your predictions, so leave them down in the comment.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to see more of these videos, be sure to subscribe. I'll put a playlist of other videos right here, and we'll see you guys next week.
Sounds good. See you guys.
Bye.